Hey, what's up? It's another episode of the Club 36 podcast. I'm Leland.
Quinn.
Brew.
Twan.
All right. We're going to get into another episode today. First, we're going to start with our subtopics. I want to see what y'all think about the MVP race for the NFL so far. Who y'all got?
I'll go first. We just gonna loop around like this. It'll be a little bit easier. So far, I would probably say, like low key, it might be Mahomes because I mean the total touchdown passes and stuff like that, and people thought he was gonna fall off without having Tyreek, and he's proven that he don't really need Tyreek. But it looks like they don't really need each other because Tyreek balling too. So
Shit crazy, bro.
But yeah, if I had to choose, I'd say Mahomes right now.
Which leads me to my pick. I'm going with Tyreek too. He's sitting at what, 1,200?
I think
On
so.
pace to
From
break the
today.
record.
Yeah.
And that, like you said, without Mahomes, they're both flourishing right now. So that surprised me.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to roll with Mahomes right now, too. You know what I'm saying? Especially because he's a quarterback. I understand y'all talking about Tariq, but you're right. People didn't think he would be able to do what he's doing right now based off of the situation. And, I like him, too. So I'm kind of biased on that. I like the way he plays, so I'm rolling with him.
That's what's up. I'm going to be a little different, man. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. And the reason I go with him, like, if you look at the way he played last year compared to this year, now they did get A.J. Brown, so I think that elevated his game. Plus, you got Miles Sanders. You got a good backfield. Only thing that I feel like might be holding them back sometimes is play calling. I feel like they rely on him too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when they get to like the playoffs, that might be a problem because I think you're gonna have to run. You're gonna have to run the ball more instead of that RPO. But that's their offense. So you know what I'm saying. He doing his thing right now though. He proving a lot of people wrong because I know a lot of people had written him off last year after 1 year starting. So
Yeah. Which wasn't fair to him. So
yeah.
He just needed that one more weapon because, I mean, he had Smith, but Smith was hurt a lot last year, and then Jalen Reagor is a fucking bust. So, yeah.
brick hands.
Yeah, it's crazy though because Eagles usually have trouble drafting wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like, who was the one before Rager? I can't think of his name.
Shit, I really forgot.
He's a light skinned cat, man. Receiver.
How long ago are we talking?
Maybe like 3 years ago or so.
I'm damn sure.
I gotta Google it.
Nobody important enough.
Well, he fell off. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, so all of those can easily win MVP. I agree with Hill, Mahomes, Hurts. We'll have to see how this next half of the season go. We'll go from there.
Does anybody have a sleeper pick?
It shouldn't be a sleeper, but you can't rule Josh Allen out either.
I mean, yeah.
Like you said, that second half, he
played like shit today, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, he
did.
Yeah.
straight up, but it's still a lot of ball left to be played.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. All right, with that, we're gonna move on to something that's been going on in the sports world, man. I know y'all seen the Kyrie Irving situation. It's a lot of backlash, people talking. Even his former teammate LeBron has spoke out about it. What y'all think about the Kyrie situation?
Like, my opinion, I feel like if you don't have all the knowledge on something, you really shouldn't speak on it. You shouldn't share it if you don't really know the true facts behind what you're sharing and stuff like that. Because he shared something, it don't matter how long ago it came out.
Yeah,
it's still a movie that or a documentary, whatever it is, that is basically extremely racist. That's the only way I can describe it. And I feel like he was wrong for sharing it. And then his little so-called apology, that right there, that was not an apology because he never once said,
Nah.
I apologize or I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was more so that he was acknowledging what they were saying he did wrong, but he didn't actually think he did anything wrong.
Right.
So him being suspended, I feel like is justified. I personally don't think that he's going to play the rest of this season because I think that because they said basically it's like the minimum of 5 games.
Right.
At least. So,
They could be after those 5 games and say, you know what, just stay home because he already playing. It's without pay too.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Nah,
Yeah,
they
so-
made that clear.
5 without pay.
I didn't know that.
So
Would be hurting.
yeah, for real.
But
Because he lost everything because he don't have his Nike endorsement no more.
yeah,
So really, those 5 games without pay. I mean, he could save money out of everything, but bro, like that right there is a big loss. I can see if he was still getting his money from Nike, but they cut everything off.
He got to
basically lost
realize
everything.
the spotlight he's in too. Because if you don't have all the information and then they're going to be watching every move, that's even more of a reason just to kind of
Exactly.
leave that alone.
See, I really don't know because you say have you watched it? I ain't watched it.
I didn't watch it, but from the people that I heard that said they watched it, it's like basically it's they were saying that the Holocaust was a hoax. It didn't really happen.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I heard that part about that. So with that, I mean, if he shared the thing, what he should have did was say what he was agreeing with from that instead of because people were assuming that he agreed with everything off of there. Now I'm pretty sure that he probably don't agree with that Holocaust thing. I know he don't. I can't say he don't.
It's too late now.
Well, the thing is, I don't even think he actually watched it because I
So he
think,
just shared it based off the title.
yeah, off the title, I think.
See,
And
so that's not good then. Maybe if he would have watched it, then he would have shared, like, maybe it's not a good idea to share this because I know, dog, you one of the faces of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know who you are.
exactly.
You can't, there's certain things you know you shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron wouldn't do that. I just give you real, LeBron wouldn't do that.
most
If
of
he
the,
did
most
do
of the
something like
NBA
that,
wouldn't
he'll
do
know
that.
what's going on beforehand instead of putting something out there like that and not being clear on his intentions with trying to spread a message or whatever he was trying to do, you know?
But I mean, somebody was saying that even though he messed up or whatever, like the Nets organization is messed up, period, because like they fired Steve Nash
I still don't get that.
and they thinking about bringing in Ime Udoka. And it's like, okay, somebody that is suspended from his team for what he did, y'all thinking about bringing him over there. So
That's so horrible.
y'all messing up and the culture was already messed up to begin with. And now y'all just making it worse. And I don't think there's no coming back from it.
Not at all.
the issue with Kyrie, man, I don't knock nobody for their thoughts or what they believe in, but I feel like he be trying too hard, like to set himself apart from everybody else in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he's some kind of elevated being that think outside the box. Like, bro, you ain't got to do all that. Like, for what?
And cuz think you too woke.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I say, if you believe this and that, then whatever. Like Kanye, weird, also weird, but he I don't know, bro. Like
If you want to focus on those other issues and not put that on the court, then just hang the shoes up
true.
at this point. Because all you hear about is him saying something else, been the past couple of years, kind of repeats itself.
You're right. It's like he just like to bring attention to himself type thing.
And what other teams going to want to deal with that in the future?
I don't think
Nobody,
I
unless
saw
they
somebody-
just desperate.
Somebody earlier said that Kyrie should just go try to play overseas because overseas they don't really
Yeah,
care
they don't
too
care
much
about
about
that
all
stuff.
that. But at the same time, I mean, he might rub people the wrong way over there too because Kyrie, he tends to think like he overthinks and then just voices his opinion without even knowing what he really trying to say.
Little to no context.
Exactly, and that's his problem. That's been a problem for years though.
Yeah.
I think it might be that time. Go ahead and get
Hang it up, huh?
Yeah.
Be a motivational speaker, a prophet or something. Let's start his own church or something. That's probably what he need to do,
He
bro.
might.
All right, but we'll move on from that topic, man. I know November 11th coming. That's the day the Black Panther drop.
For a while.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they move in this film without Chadwick. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, Chadwick was the Black Panther. That was the perfect casting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are y'all's expectations for this new Black Panther movie?
I honestly think that it'll probably be pretty good because I mean it's trying to basically they pushed ahead to try to kind of follow the comics
Right.
due to the untimely passing of Chadwick Boseman. Because I mean, sure he did become Black Panther if you follow the comics.
Yeah.
Namor is somebody that was right there. So I mean, Ironheart, she's also a part of that. So I mean, I think it's gonna be a good one. I know I'm gonna go see it.
For sure.
The only thing that I'm kind of really waiting to see what they're gonna do is how are they gonna go about putting his death in the movie? Because the last movie he was in was Endgame, and he was very much alive on that movie. So it's like, how is the character
Yeah.
gonna die?
Yeah.
That's one of the things I'm curious about. But overall, I think it's gonna be a good one.
That's what I was thinking too. Because I mean, the funeral and stuff that's gonna be early on, but how are they gonna show? I guess not exactly what happened, but
That transition
movie
to
purposes.
yeah.
That's an interesting. Probably gonna be some battle that we missed or go back on. They'll find some way to send them out at least, right? Or
Ain't no telling, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to see it too. I think it's going to be a blockbuster. You know what I'm saying? Just based off, it's so much anticipation behind it. So everybody waiting to see it. I want to see how they're going to play it out too. I mean, with movies, it's kind of difficult, but especially for that situation. But like you're saying, if you follow comments, are they going to do it that same way? Like, you got to make the timeline match up with the other movie. So that'll probably be, I ain't going to say it's too hard because of course they already did it.
Yeah.
But people that really pay attention to movies, they're going to want to know how. But people that just watch movies just to go see them, they're not going to really worry about that stuff. They're just going to be like, oh, I want to see the movie.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be pretty legit, you know?
yeah. But I think even the average fan will understand that. I mean, that's nothing that they can really just prepare
Yeah.
for because it happened like that. So
And I believe like with the Marvel phases, I think they start planning them like between 5 and 10 years out for that timeline. So with this one, I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard, or I'm sure it was kind of hard for them to figure out, you know, how are we gonna make this fit into like Twan said, the timeline for the rest of the movies and the movies of the past.
Yeah.
Like, so it's gonna be a good one though, man. I'm definitely gonna go check it out as well. I don't like to go on the first night because the little kids be in there talking and I ain't got time. I'm too old now. But I'll probably go see it in about 2 weeks or so. All right, man. That wraps up the subtopics. Now we about to get into the main topic, man. We got a good one for y'all today, bro. The do's and don'ts of approaching women. Now y'all might ask what makes us qualified to talk about this, but I didn't got input from women and as well as my own experience to talk about this today. So we're gonna kick it off, man. Quinn, what you say is we'll start with the do's and then go to the don'ts.
I really don't want to put my methods out there, but I would say like the do's, because I can only speak for myself. I can't really speak for how other guys may approach women.
Right.
Because people always mess with me, talking, I'm too quiet, I'm shy or whatever. But what they fail to realize, I'm not really shy. I have to get comfortable with people. So when it comes to approaching women, I like to no weird shit, but I like to kind of observe them a little bit, kind of see the vibe they give off, like pay attention to like the little things they may like, may not like, try to get in-depth look into their personality, and then that can alter how I approach them, because like the way they carry themselves might change the way I have to come at them. I might have to come at them a little aggressive, not like no weird like grab them type shit, like kind of like straight to the point without being like doing too much.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I mean, for the most part, because it really depends on the environment too.
Yeah.
That you in. Because I mean, like, I ain't been to the club in years, but like in the club, it used to be a little different, because I mean, of course, most people in there been drinking, so your approach can be a little stupid in the club, really. But I'm talking about like, just say for instance, if we just say we like at a mall or something like that, we just go and we in Foot Locker or something.
Yeah.
I see something that I like. Obviously, I'm not gonna have enough time to really observe them like that.
Right.
But the whole time, I'm gonna be somebody thinking about what the fuck can I say to kind of grasp their attention.
Yeah.
And me, I like to joke a little bit, so I might say something stupid to get them to laugh. And once they laugh, that kind of breaks the ice, and then kind of go from there, kind of fill them out and really see what's going on.
Okay. I feel that.
'Cause I was thinking part of the don'ts would be don't try to be somebody else people want you to be, or like in similar fashion, I'm usually real quiet and reserved until you get to know them. But I used to try to overdo the approach or try to act like something else. Just be yourself, either through natural interaction, humor, common themes. So
So that you
just keep it simple and be
that could be a
yourself.
do
really.
and a don't.
Yeah.
That's really.
Yeah.
Because you go out there and try to be this loud, boisterous dude, you look like a damn fool.
Yeah,
Walk away with an L. So
I feel
really
that.
just be yourself, be natural. And that's worked better for me over the years too.
Yeah,
It's the same with me, man. Like people like, oh, you quiet. Hey,
Yeah, like we talk, but it's just I'm not just gonna go out there and just say shit just to say
yeah,
it.
man. I've never been like that. I mean, I put it like this. I'm not gonna tell somebody to do this. I'm married. It worked for me, but
right.
man, I work for somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I have approached women before. Sometimes it was, I mean, I'm like you said, joke. I may joke a little with you, depending on who you are, but it's also depending on where we at and probably the people around you. And if I can gauge that real fast, and now figure out how I'm gonna approach you. So that's how. That's a do right there. Make sure you're aware of your surroundings and try to pay attention to the woman as much as you can based on the people that's around her or just the kind of vibes you getting from her as she's walking, talking, or you listen to her, depending on how long you've seen the person.
Yeah,
Because it could be somebody you just seen for the first time. So that's a little bit different. But
Yeah,
if
it
it's somebody you've
depend
been having your eye on for a while, you have a better idea of how to approach them. You know what I mean?
So with me, I usually do Shaw Brother like on 5 Heartbeats. No, I'm just joking, man. I would say like the key, the first thing, man, and I think this is universal, dog, is smell good.
Oh, yeah.
Because most women, like, even if it ain't on some I'm trying to holler at you type stuff, they be like, oh, you walk by, boom, oh, what is that you got on? It smell good, blah, blah, blah. So if it's somebody you pursuing,
Don't tell them no.
if it's somebody you pursuing, you know what I'm saying, and you walk up on them, oh, how you doing? They smell you, oh, you know what I'm saying? That right there, that might be an attraction right there. And like you say with that loud, obnoxious shit, like, man, I remember back in the day when we used to go to the club and boys would walk outside, you know how it goes, walk outside or whatever. Hey, red dress, man, the women do not want to hear that, dog.
all, man.
It's not gonna happen, bro. If you out there yelling them by they color, they clothes or something like that, it's not gonna happen. And plus, you extra loud with it. Like walk up to them. I done found out most women don't like to be called like a pet name right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just excuse me, miss, or just excuse me. I seen you. I noticed you. I want to see if you single. Blah blah blah. But like I say, hygiene, smell good, clean, dress nice. That'll take you far.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All that, man. I'm telling you. 'Cause that's one.
You'll already have their attention without even knowing.
Right.
Then you open the dialogue.
Because that's one thing I can say that I make sure that I'm on top of is my hygiene, and I always stay smelling good. I mean, I try different body washes, all that. I try to put people on game. I mean, if you gonna do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm letting you know, like he was saying, that's one thing that females really come across them first.
Right.
If you come up on them and you smelling good, don't overdo it though. Don't come over there with fucking 10 gallons of fucking cologne. That,
Smelling like brute.
yeah, man, you don't want to do all that, man. Just a couple of little spritz, especially if you got the right. You got to know the scents to wear during a certain time
Yeah,
too.
man. You got to have the right stuff for the right weather.
Yeah.
All this stuff plays a part, man.
Exactly.
But a lot of people don't know that, though.
I mean,
That's
I've done my research.
yeah, man. You got to know that stuff, man.
Cause then
I'm
broke
real
it
big.
down to a size, man.
I'm real big on the cologne.
For real?
You got
I'm saying.
and you should have multiples. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a cologne for work,
Yeah.
cologne for date night or whatever,
Mhm.
and just another one. Just you know what I'm saying? 3 things you can't have too much as a man: colognes, drawers, and socks. Remember that. If y'all don't remember nothing else, remember that.
You got a point.
All right. So
That was the dudes, y'all don't.
yeah, I was gonna say.
The don'ts.
I mean, we kind of spoke on some of them
I
generally,
mean,
but if y'all got
yeah.
anything to add to it,
Kind of, but I mean, like with me, I guess that because some females don't necessarily like that I come off as timid sometimes, but it's more so like, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, if it's a female I find attractive and I'm trying to really make a good impression, I get a little bit nervous at first.
for sure.
So I might come off as timid, but once I get comfortable with them, I mean, I kind of just go with the flow with them and stuff like that. You know, kind of vibe off of their personality. I mean, But then again, sometimes the do's and don'ts can, like you were saying, it could come off like from the women too, like the vibe
She
they
might
give
be
off.
thinking the same thing.
So I mean, yeah. So like two nervous people, that's always gonna be a awkward situation.
Yeah.
So if you notice that the female is a little bit nervous, that's when you try to break the ice with like jokes and just maybe you notice something that she does that she don't even notice that she doing. Or maybe she got a certain color on and maybe she got multiple of that color on. Like maybe you point that out. Like, okay, I see you like this and stuff like that. I mean, it's just little things can go a long way. And I mean, I've learned from, cause we got a lot of cousins. I ain't gonna lie to you, we got a lot of cousins and everybody, most of us, like, we got some similarities, but everybody's different. I mean, one of the cats I work with, he pointed out that me and my brother, he noticed when he watched the last episode that he said me and him talk alike. We got the same mannerisms.
For shit show.
We was doing the same. We was doing it.
That's since y'all was kids, man.
He was talking about that. He said the hand gestures, all that. He said
He paying too much attention, man.
well, I mean, which is crazy because like, yeah, like me and my brother got similarities, but at the same time, like me and him are really like totally different. And that's just, I mean, of course they gonna know because I mean we all grew up together and stuff, but
Right.
the people that don't really know us, I mean, they could watch this and be like, oh, they act just like, but it's like if y'all really around us, you will see the differences between me and my brother. That's why when he points out stuff that he may do when he's approaching a woman, it's different from stuff that I may do.
Right.
Just like, I mean, you just gotta kind of find your groove. Like Brew was saying, don't try to be something you're not.
Right.
Just try to find your own groove. Because that's one of the main problems. Dudes be trying to do too much. They may see one of their partners do this and it's successul. They try to do it. They get slapped.
Blow up in
It
your
don't
face.
work like that.
Yeah.
So
You gotta find
Find
like you said,
your
you gotta
groove.
find your groove. So y'all got anything?
I would say maybe don't overthink the situation because sometimes I mean if they make you a little nervous, that's worth pursuing. In my point, but I mean just don't think about how it can go wrong. Sometimes you just either got to shoot the shot or sit back.
That's the worst you can hear is
Don't
no.
sit there and be like, what if this, what if that? You
Yeah.
wasting your time.
yeah, for real. Like you saying, shoot your shot.
Something.
Believe me, I done shot some air balls before.
I shot a few Carltons in my day.
What's that called,
I'm saying, bro, like shit,
I'm just saying.
I done bricked a few.
Yeah.
But if we want to be realistic, I'm not bragging on myself or nothing, but most of my shots, I mean, you could say I'm like Quinn Curry. I mean, the shit is going in if I shoot it. I'm just saying,
Dog.
Quinn Curry, Allen Thompson. That's me.
That boy said the whole name.
That's me.
Oh.
Yeah.
One more thing I gotta add, man. Like, all right, if you actually get to the girl, like you get her number and y'all just start talking, do not bring up sex, bro. Like if you
Don't do that.
if you really trying to
Don't do that, man.
What is wrong?
That's a major don't. That's a major no. We learned that because when we were younger, you ain't know no better. You don't try to do that. As you get older, you realize, man, you don't do that.
You
Especially
don't.
if you're trying to be serious
right.
and you want to get into a serious relationship or anything like that. Or if you just, thinking ahead, you don't want to do that because they're like, oh, that's all you wanted? Okay.
And that's going to stay in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Even if things do go well, the
Exactly.
time shit starts
See-
slipping, that's going to come right back up.
See, but I'm glad you mentioned that because I try my hardest to stay off of that topic. But there have been females that bring that shit up.
Right.
Even if you're not trying to be on that. Like,
Yeah.
you actually trying to take your time and get to know them. They could bring it up. They could be like, just out of nowhere, man, how big is your, you know what?
For sure.
And
Yeah, I mean, it do go both ways. Like, it ain't nothing wrong if that's what that, you know what I'm saying, if that's what y'all want to do.
yeah.
But if you feel like
it
you
ain't
trying
that
to,
simple either.
huh?
It may be something both parties want at
Yeah.
that time, but
Just
it's
state
never that
your
simple.
intentions from the beginning.
Right,
Bingo.
right.
Good, man.
So,
Because believe me, it's some dudes out there that have fucked up a lot of situations for brothers like myself
yeah.
that try to be a good dude.
For sure. For sure. So since we on the topic, you know what I'm saying, of women and approaching women, what's something that you look for in a woman? What's your ideal woman?
Just one thing, or do we like get a certain number?
No, you can, I mean, it's whatever you.
I mean, of course, I don't want to sound shallow, but there has to be a level of physical attraction.
Well, for
Yeah,
sure.
period.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Of course, with me, the vibe they give off, the personality, the way they carry themselves. I mean, and then the fact that when a woman actually has something going for herself other than the way she looks, that's probably the biggest fucking turn on. I mean, at least for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no names, but there is a female that at least two of y'all know. I swear, if I
I already know it.
I fucking swear, bro. She is like, cause like she has, cause one, I'm talking about she fine in the motherfucker, and nice body, all that.
She found it in Joy Taylor?
Ooh.
Oh, man. Joy is celebrity, though. So
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
I'm gonna say she bad,
Yeah.
and she got a nice personality. Having a few conversations with this person, we do have a lot in common, and you know we got a lot of the same interests and stuff like that. I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, believe me, I will pull up from half court. That's all I'm gonna say. But like I'm saying, the personality, the way they carry themselves, hygiene, all that plays a part too, because you don't want to walk up on a female and then she smelling like motherfucking onions and shit. You
Yeah.
don't want none of that, you know, chitlins. You don't want none of that. I'm saying, you want females got to smell good too. I mean, that's the first thing I noticed too. I walk up on a female and I know the little scent hit me.
Right.
I start floating and shit like motherfucking what's is Tom and Jerry? One of them motherfuckers was floating when they smelled the pie or some shit. That's like that type shit. I want to be able to female walk by smelling, I just start floating behind the type shit.
Hey,
That's what I'm talking about.
like y'all said about the perfume, the fellas in the perfume, it goes both ways too. 'Cause
Yeah.
that walk by air is real.
Yeah.
That
But said walk by air.
that shit's real, man. It is.
No, hold on. Before y'all go, because we talking about the hygiene. I was in Kroger earlier. Kroger, my spot. That's where I always go shopping at. It was a female that purposely walked by me, and she was probably one of the mustiest fucking females I've ever
I
smelled
thought
in
this
my
was gonna
life.
be a good story, dog.
It's like, bruh, it's like she literally like, she smelled like she probably has spent the last 3 weeks in the gym and has not gone home to shower. It's like, bruh, she was funky as fuck.
Come on, man.
I swear, I ain't had no issues with no allergies or nothing. My eyes watered, my nose started running, all that shit. That motherfucker smelled bad. And then she like tried to follow me a little bit. I'm just trying to hurry up and get the fuck out the store. Like it's like, how do you not smell yourself in that situation? Because it's like, god damn. It's like, because somebody, it was like, I'm like, no bullshit. There was somebody else that walked by her and then they did that double look like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She was strong. She was strong in the motherfucker. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, you're good. But man, it's really just simple. Personality is key. Like if you can't laugh or just kind of be yourself around, regardless who you with, that's big. But the smile and eyes for me though, that's
sure.
the first thing. If she walk around mean mugging all day, then I'm not going anywhere near that because the energy already negative.
What if she cross-eyed?
Man, see, hold on.
I'm just saying.
Oh, for me, looks are. A lot of people say, "Oh, looks are important, man." If y'all say looks not important, you're lying.
Yeah,
You're lying.
Because it's, I mean, not to cut you off, but you don't see no damn personality first.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you
That's-
gotta
you
be
really
attracted
don't.
to how they look.
Exactly.
Unless it's somebody that you grew up with, you know what I'm saying,
Hey,
something like
yeah.
that. But if it's a person that you seeing for the first time, it's gonna be that. But go ahead, man.
Yeah. So it's about looks, man. And then personality follows after you get to know somebody. You know, I'm just using my wife for example. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when I saw her, I was like, okay, all right. But you know, after we started talking and conversating about stuff, I found that we had a lot of stuff in common, and we had a lot of things that weren't the same. You know, like I'm big on sports. She's not.
For sure.
She know a little bit about sports, but she's not on it like me. But we had just little things, and I was able. If I'm able to be myself around you, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to be myself, joke around and stuff. Because, like you said, you don't be with somebody you're not. That goes hand in hand with that. Finding somebody that you feel like is the perfect person for you or whatever, you want to be able to be yourself around them. Because if not, is that person really for you?
Right.
You faking to be with somebody that you attracted to. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You want to.
Exactly.
Everything needs to be organic and real. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And that's an interesting point he made. She doesn't like sports. You do. Somebody that can adapt and, you know, like, all right, I know you don't like that, but I respect the fact that you like it.
Yeah, like
I'm not going to push
be a
it
little
on you.
open-minded.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Really.
And that'd be a lot. I mean, this might be a topic for another day, but that's sometimes the issue. People had this idea of what they want, and that's it. Like
what
if
you
you
need-
if
what
you
you
don't
need
meet
is
this
right.
criteria,
Mhm.
then that's it. And a lot of times they might miss something. You know what I'm saying? Because they got that criteria.
Yeah.
They might miss the perfect person for them because they not open minded like y'all say. As far as me, like, of course, like you say, attraction, personality, and the thing, like, we all, grown men. So when you get to the point of dating or whatever, you need to find somebody that, if you want to have kids, you feel like they would be a good mother or a good father if you're a woman or whatever. Like, it's a lot of crazy people out here, bro. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to find somebody that's kind of caring, nurturing. That mean they got motherly instincts.
Yep,
You know what I'm saying?
facts.
So that's real important when you talking about finding a companion for life.
Yeah, because I mean, that's one thing that people always say, that you mostly end up with a woman that has similarities to your own mother.
For sure.
And,
Well, my wife.
you know what I'm saying? Like, because I mean, but then again, sometimes that could also be a downfall in some situations too, because they so much like your mother.
Right.
I have yet to meet a woman that has those same characteristics as my mom.
Right.
So I don't know if that's the problem, because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I've done some stupid shit with,
Everybody has.
with when it comes to women. I've made some mistakes, and
Yeah.
I done missed out on some opportunities. Some opportunities I took that I really, I'm supposed to go through life with regrets, but I wish I didn't have. But yeah, I mean, like you said, like all that falls into play as far as, what you're looking for and stuff like that. Because, some females do the complete opposite. Sometimes they look for guys that got characteristics like they dad, and sometimes they look for the complete opposite.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it works both ways, really. And like I was saying, you never want to try to fake it to fit the mold for somebody else.
Yeah.
You just want to be yourself, go with the flow, and just kind of see what happens.
So
And sometimes stop looking, because like you said earlier, it might be right here, right in front of you the whole time. When you sitting there looking, it's right there.
yeah. True.
That's definitely missed out on a few of those.
All right. Oh.
Yeah, I was going to touch back on what I said, because you brought up what I said about not wanting to fake it. You also don't want that person to feel like they have to fake for you.
Oh, for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
I think that's actually worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
should have to try to change themselves based off what you've been telling them. They should be themselves too, because like I said, it's not gonna work if y'all faking for each other. Like that don't make sense.
That's only gonna hold together for so long.
Yeah.
It'll unravel at some point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All right, man. What, since we, you know what I'm saying, what you look for in a woman, what's something that's an automatic no for y'all? Like, nah, I can't do it.
Just ignorance, bro. that shit, man. If you
bro felt some type of way.
Yeah,
'cause he
for real.
gets
You
some-
see, he said it instantly.
no, I knew what you were going on to. Nope, ignorance, bro. And that's either just how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
Depending on the vibe alone, like, nah, I'm not even gonna go anywhere near that. I don't care how bad she is.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, if they don't have nothing going for themselves, man,
Yeah.
if they can't be independent at all, if they depend on everybody to do shit for them,
Yeah.
that's probably the biggest fucking red flag and shit.
Yeah.
Because I mean, believe me, I've came across females like that too. They too dependent on their friends. They want somebody that's only gonna take care of them, and they don't bring anything to the table other than the way they look.
Yeah.
Cause like you
So-
said, I know it's supposed to be teamwork. I understand the male typically provides, and there's no issue with that. But at the same time, I mean, part of a team is both people bringing something together.
Doing something.
Exactly.
I feel you.
Man, y'all hit it, man. But ignorance, and I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way, but I'm gonna use the word ghetto. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm pointing the camera because y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. You may have seen somebody just do all kinds of unnecessary stuff for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's for attention or
It may be a front because they may be like
Yeah.
that over here around that environment, like
Exactly.
we mentioned. But you get them by themselves.
Man, I
it's
see so much
completely
stuff.
person.
I'm like, why? Why? Like, why are you like that?
Yeah.
Why are you acting like that?
Especially when you get older, you look.
Yeah,
What
man.
the fuck is you doing, man?
I'm like, I don't understand some of the stuff, man. Like, people coming outside looking any kind of way. They say anything in front of everybody. Like
Yeah,
you have to act that way.
Yeah, you got to carry yourself a certain way.
Have some sort of self respect.
Yes.
Something.
Mine, man, I can't stand arrogant people. Like if you think you super fine and like above everybody else, that's automatically like we ain't gonna vibe
Yeah.
Exactly.
at all. Cause like if you looking down at people, then obviously you're gonna probably treat them people a certain time, or, you know, saying a certain way. And I'm the type that, man, I don't care who you is, I'm gonna treat you the same way. Like if you the homeless man on the street,
Yeah.
or if I'm the boss and you the janitor in my company, same treatment, man. Like I'm not finna act like it's some kind of hierarchy in life for different, you know, people's circumstances and stuff. So that's like my like when you said ignorance, that's how I feel about arrogance. Like
And ignorance that's not just one area. That kind of balloons into that, and like you had mentioned as well.
yeah. So
And all of this was from past experience. This isn't just me writing up the perfect responses. I've made a bunch of horrible decisions, but I've also learned from said decisions. So
right.
I think that goes for everybody here.
Yeah.
That's the only way, man. You
You live and you learn. That's
right.
it.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. All right, this one a little outside the box, man. Do y'all believe in zodiac compatibility? Because I have in life, I've seen women talk about this, and they really live and die by their zodiac shit. So
I mean, some of it makes sense, but it's not a deal breaker for me though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, damn, that sign says this, so it's not.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like once you experience a certain sign, then you kind of know, like, yeah, that's not the move. It's because like I'm a Cancer. I've talked to like 2 females that are Cancers,
yeah,
and one of them was a June Cancer like me, and me and her were like, we were too similar. Which is why it wasn't really a good move. Like we could be cool, but it couldn't be nothing past friendship. And the other one, she was a July Cancer. July Cancers are something completely different. So they don't belong in the same box with me. And we always butted heads. She was ignorant. She didn't think she was wrong about anything.
yeah,
And so that's why, like, if a female say she a Cancer, I gotta ask what month, or like what's your birthday. If she say June something, we might be able to, you know, be cool. She say July, I'm deleting the conversation, all that shit.
God, dog.
Off the rip.
But I mean, because then again, like, really, that's the only way you can kind of. I'm not saying you supposed to purposely go after certain zodiac signs to see if it work or not. But if you dated a certain female and she was a certain sign, then that means more than likely you might not have to try that sign again.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I've dated a Aquarius. That shit ain't work. I've dated a Scorpio before. That was cool.
For sure.
Just saying, man. So I mean, but they like some people say, like, with the compatibility thing, like it's best to probably go after a sign that has some similarities, but also can bring out different things within you.
Yeah,
So like if you're more of a chill, laid back type of person, your best option might be somebody that's not necessarily wild, but is a little bit more outgoing than you are.
Brings you out that box.
So that's why, that's why I said the Scorpio situation was cool, because, I mean, it was cool.
Man, I'm not real big on that zodiac stuff, man. I get it, but at the same time I don't. That's not something that I pay attention to.
Yeah.
My wife should be bringing it up, and I'm like,
That was most.
I don't know
Shit,
what
I
you're
don't
talking
even know
about.
but all right.
Because I'm a Pisces, she a Leo.
Yeah.
So y'all let me know. I don't know if that go together or not. I mean,
I definitely.
I think we kind of damn near the opposite.
Yeah.
So-
I don't. I think so too.
So
'cause-
I guess that's supposed to kind of work. Like it brings out certain, like you said, it brings out certain things for certain people. But
like opposites attract type thing.
I don't know nothing about that.
Because like
I don't study that stuff, so
Me
I can't say I don't believe in it. But some things I'm like, dude, they ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just person to person because some people won't even know they signed unless you told them.
True.
So,
I mean, some people,
you know.
well, it's because I mean sometimes I don't even be telling people what my sign is and they guess it.
Nah, because sometimes when I say Taurus, you get a reaction like, oh, you to them like,
Bruh.
here we go with this shit again.
Bruh. That's the same because I'm a Scorpio. My wife a Pisces. So we, like, everything about us is opposite. Like, I'm the outgoing, like, kind of life of the party type, and she more like, I like to stay home reserved type. But, I don't really have no feeling towards it. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. Like Twan said, I think it's more person to person. Like, some people might fit the description of their said zodiac sign,
Yeah.
and then some
some
might,
don't.
some might not. So, I mean, I guess it's just depends on that individual type thing, man.
Or they can have certain attributes associated with that, but not every, because they got different descriptions based off wherever you go look at this stuff.
Right.
It may be different from source to source or whatever. So you may have some kind of traits from one of them, and the other one you're like, man, I don't do that. So I'm like, I get this part, but not that. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at yours?
yeah, sometimes they a little bit different,
I mean,
and
still,
I still don't know. I'm like, man, maybe some days I'm like this, but some days I'm completely opposite.
Yeah, it's
So-
because sometimes something like 'cause I got a little app on my phone and shit. So
I used to have one, too.
sometimes I read my
I just be
My
like
horoscope
I'm
shit.
interested in it, but I don't live or die by it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see what it say, and this and the other.
yeah. Because sometimes mine be spot on, and then there's some days I'm like, what the fuck is this talking about? Yeah, that's why. But
I mean, there is some truth to it. I can be stubborn, so I mean, I get it, but
Hell yeah.
I don't need this. I don't let that label determine much. Just deal with it.
So, but man, that's gonna wrap up today's show, man. Y'all like, follow, subscribe, comment. Let us know if y'all want to hear any topics. Follow us on Instagram. Mine is Club36_Leland.
I forgot mine.
Mine will be Brew_Club36.
Jackson Lifestyle, JAXONLYFE style.
For sure.
Y'all can follow my personal one. It's Q.Jackson, QDOTJXON. My business IG is in my link tree on my personal page for those who want to follow.
That'll wrap it up, man. See y'all next time.